To order at 7 p.m. Call the roll.
Trustee Hague.
Here.
Trustee Hall.
Here.
Trustee McCurdy.
Here.
Trustee Pini.
Here.
Trustee Tarnow.
Here.
Trustee Wangels. President Kubiak.
Here.
Thank you. We have a quorum.
Okay, we're gonna move into, are there any public comments tonight? If not, we'll move forward. We have the consent agenda first. Tonight on the consent agenda, we have the approval of minutes from August 18th, 2025 Village Board meeting, the approval of the warrant list for September 15th, 2025 in the amount of $683,548.92, the approval of a resolution designating the Public Works Director as the certified community contact for the Kane County Stormwater Management Ordinance, and the approval of pay application number 23 for the wastewater treatment plant improvements project in the amount of $3,018,880.42. Is there any discussion? If not, can I get a motion?
I move to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Call the roll.
Trustee Tarnow.
Yes.
Trustee Pini.
Yes.
Trustee Hague.
Yes.
Trustee McCurdy.
Yes.
Trustee Hall.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries.
Okay. We're gonna move into items for separate action tonight. Item A is the consideration and approval of an ordinance rezoning and designation as a C1 planned unit development for the property at 43 West 407 US Route 20, also known as the Appleberg property. Nick?
Thank you, President Kubiak. Before the board this evening is a proposed ordinance that rezones the three properties located at 43 West 461, 43 West 427, and 43 West 407 US Route 20, also referred to as the Appleberg property, from residential 1 classification to commercial 1 planned unit development classification. These properties were annexed into the village in 2008 and given an R1 zoning classification. As staff researched into the properties, we were perplexed by this designation as it was zoned for business use in Kane County before being annexed into the village. With that, staff believes a commercial 1 planned unit development classification more accurately represents the primary use of the properties, as for many years it has operated as an antique store. Additionally, as described on the village zoning maps, the properties in question are surrounded by commercially zoned properties on the west, south, and east. Finally, the village's comprehensive plan designates the properties as part of the commercial corridor for the western side of town. To better align with the future commercial planning of the surrounding area, as well as more accurately reflect the current use of the property, staff is recommending that the village board approve the proposed ordinance. We are here to answer any questions that the board may have, and I would like to inform the board that at the planning and zoning meeting just before this, they unanimously recommended approval by the village board. Thank you.
Does anyone have any questions?
They're currently, this is for sale, right? These lots?
Yes, yes.
And they're selling it as commercial right now?
So my understanding is, so right now there is one of the three that is listed and it's currently being marketed as residential. My understanding is that in the past, over time, these properties have been on and off the market, and they've been on and off the market as being advertised as both commercial and residential.
Okay. Is this something they have to change, or just whoever buys it has to look into it? Or is there some, like, you know what I mean? Like if they sell it as a residential, or they.
So if they sell it as, if they were to sell it right now to a home buyer, and that home buyer, you know, they bought it, and they live there as a home, then they have the right to use that as a home for as long as they own the property, the home buyer, which is potentially problematic to the village from a planning perspective because it really ought to be commercial property. If someone were to buy it like a commercial developer, which we've had discussions with commercial developers before, then they would have to petition for rezoning. In this case, if we rezone it to a commercial plan unit development, they still would need to go through the plan unit development process. But it makes it a little bit easier and clearer for them when they're looking to purchase and afterwards.
Okay, I'm pretty sure for their price point, it probably won't sell as residential anyway, but they're gonna have to change it, or I just don't want to see somebody buy it as a residential. I mean, we just had that guy the last meeting that had issues with, you know.
Well, and that's what we're trying to avoid here is to get ahead of this, to do it now so that there is not a situation where somebody, either for the village's interest or in the community's interest from a planning perspective, somebody buys it and utilizes it legally as a residential property when it really ought not to be, or somebody buys it and they're not totally understanding of what they can and can't use it for, and then they're stuck with that property. And, that's on them to a degree. They have to do their due diligence, but then it does affect the village. I'm sure Michael can attest to this too. I've worked on situations before where somebody's bought a property thinking it's under a different zoning than it actually is. And it causes a headache for the village, whether or not, obviously we won't own the property, but we are trying to just address the confusion, the mismatch right now.
Thank you.
Does anyone have any other questions? If not, can I get a motion?
I move to approve an ordinance approving the rezoning and designation as a C1 planned unit development for the property at 43 West 407 US Route 20.
Second.
Call the roll.
Trustee Tarnow,
Yes.
trustee McCurdy,
Yes.
trustee Haig,
Yes.
trustee Hall,
Yes.
trustee Pini.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries.
Okay, item B is the consideration and approval of an ordinance amending various sections of the village zoning code. Nick?
Yes, thank you, President Kubiak. Before the board this evening is a proposed ordinance that amends sections of the village code that pertain to commercial one zoning. The goal of the proposed text amendment is to codify the village's existing practice of bringing commercial developments through the planned unit development or PUD process. A PUD is a type of zoning practice that allows for a developer and a municipality to collaborate and compose development-specific zoning rules that may not align with the default zoning code. This allows the municipality to have more input in the development process and ensures that the character of the surrounding area meets the new development meets the surrounding character of the area. Generally, bringing a development through the PUD process has been the practice of the village, but this ordinance would codify that practice into the village code. Staff is recommending that the village board approve this ordinance. And earlier at tonight's planning and zoning meeting, the planning and zoning commission unanimously voted to recommend approval of this ordinance. Thank you.
Are there any questions? If not, can I get a motion?
I move to approve an ordinance amending various sections of the village zoning code. Second.
Call the roll.
Trustee Pini,
Yes.
trustee McCurdy,
Yes.
trustee Hall,
Yes.
trustee Tarnow,
Yes.
trustee Haig.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries.
Moving on, item C is the consideration and approval of a resolution endorsing the Metropolitan Mayor's Caucus Greenest Region Compact. Andy?
Yeah, I'll just really quickly, I'm going to introduce Hannah Teams, who is our administrative intern. Hannah's been with us since this summer. She's been a lot of help to the administration department and others over this time. And so I'll hand it off to Hannah to introduce this item and we'll go from there.
Thank you, Manager Perini. The Greenest Region Compact is the sustainability compact through the Metropolitan's Mayor's Caucus. We are joining because we got accepted into their EV readiness program. And to be a member of the program, the village needs to adopt the Greenest Region Compact. Being a member of the Greenest Region Compact makes us a more attractive candidate for grants related to sustainability, including grants about electric vehicles and stormwater management. The Greenest Region Compact also allows for communities to tailor their involvement to their sustainability needs, and there is no financial impact for joining. Others in the area have joined the Greenest Region Compact, including King County, Hampshire, Burlington, West Dundee, and Elgin. And then a little bit more on the EV readiness program. It helps municipalities get their code up to date for electric vehicle infrastructure, as well as training for staff and first responders to respond to when dealing with scenarios that involve electric vehicles. For example, the Pingree Grove Fire Protection District will receive training at the end of the month to deal with fires that involve electric vehicles. Thank you.
Does anyone have any questions? If not, can I get a motion?
Items are on the consent agenda. A motion to endorse the Metropolitan Mayor's Caucus Greenest Region Compact.
I'll second.
Call the roll.
Did I read that wrong?
No, you read it. The words are.
Trustee Charnel,
Yes.
trustee McCurdy,
Yes.
trustee Haig,
Yes.
trustee Hall,
Yes.
trustee Peony.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries.
Okay. Item D is the consideration and approval, the approval of pay application number 1 for the 2025 MFT road resurfacing program and the amount of $231,397.78. Andy?
Yeah, so this is just the first pay application for the road resurfacing program from Schroeder that they submitted to us. The full amount of the awarded contract was nearly 1.4 million. This is 231,000 for the work that they specifically did from August 6th through August 22nd. Staff is recommending approval. We continue, so at this point, Schroeder, they have completed the program. They right now are working through the punch list with our engineers. They still do owe us a scheduling date for the fire station park or fire station path replacement. They were running into issues scheduling with a concrete subcontractor, which has been part of the delay. The village actually was working with a concrete contractor on a totally unrelated project. And so we were able to loop them in to do the work. So now it is on Schroeder to give us that date so that they can come finish the work now that the sub is no longer an issue.
Does anyone have any questions for Andy? If not, can I get a motion?
I move to approve pay application number 1 for the 2025 MFT road resurfacing program in the amount of $231,397.78.
Second.
Call the roll.
Trustee Charnel,
Yes.
trustee Hall,
Yes.
trustee Haig,
Yes.
trustee Peony,
Yes.
trustee McCurdy.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries.
Okay, we're gonna move into reports. Mine is first. Myself and Andy, Laura, and trustee Peony will be attending IML conference this Friday. Hopefully we'll get some good information there. Last week I spoke at a breakfast for the Hampshire Chamber of Commerce, and I just gave them our 2025 State of the Village address there that we saw back in May. And finally, in not so good news, I had a call this morning with the USPS about our zip code, a process that we've been working on for the last 2 years. And basically they told me we're not getting our own zip code. They are gonna work with Laura to see if they can put Pingree Grove as the default when you go in to buy things online to hopefully help with our sales tax issue. And then they have promised me that they will get me a contact by the end of this week that I can send residents to when they have mail issues. Certainly not the information or what I wanted to hear from them, but I think we're kind of at the end of the line on that. I'm hoping maybe if they get a flood of residents calling with frustration over our mail delivery, we'll see some process or progress. All right, Andy?
Real quick, what are they saying? Why? Why no?
Because they only have so many zip codes, Adam, and they don't want to give us a zip code. They would prefer to save it for a larger town.
A town that's not growing.
Yeah.
So in essence, we want to have our own zip code.
Yeah, we are not going to get our own zip code.
By doing that, if we get, say we do get the zip code, that means there'll be a post office in the village.
No, we're not getting a post office.
I understand, if you have zip code,
You do not.
have the post office in the area.
No, they said this morning that is not the case. They could run our own zip code out of the Hampshire Post Office, but they are not willing to do that for us. All right, Andy?
My only report, well, I'll let the staff give the reports, then we can talk about the skate park.
Okay.
That's all.
Chief, what do you have for us tonight?
The only thing that I have that I'm happy to report that I issued a conditional offer of employment to one of our applicants. He has signed it in agreement for the conditional offer to move forward with a medical exam. Upon receiving confirmation of passing the medical exam, I can give him a final offer, and I could possibly have someone to fill an open vacancy by the first meeting of October. I won't know though for probably another week to make sure if he passed and that if he wants to continue on. He is on other lists, but we have moved the fastest we can go in order to see if we can grab him before he goes to somewhere else. He is pre-certified, will not have to attend the academy. So it's good news right now.
All right, thank you. Nick, do you have anything for us tonight?
Nothing too substantial, just something I want to let the board know I've been working on. I've been trying to work with our ComEd representative to get some clarification on ComEd service lines for homes in the village. Many building permits that I've been looking over, been having issues with the placement of the service lines through their property. So I just wanted to let the board know if any residents approach you with issues about their service line or questions, please direct them to me as I'm trying to get some clarification. It's just been something that I've become very relevant or really aware of throughout this summer reviewing building permits. So if there are any questions, service lines, please send them my way. Trying to get some clarification from ComEd. That is it.
Thank you, Nick.
Nick, those are only on older homes or?
From the permits that I've been reviewing, it's been homes from all over town from every neighborhood. Not Cambridge Lakes North 2 homes, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, because we did something, didn't we, to stop that from happening? So it's none of those homes, right?
No.
Okay.
All right, Pat, do you have anything for us tonight?
I don't, unless anybody has something from me.
Nope. Okay, Seth, do you have anything for us tonight?
Just a quick update on the waste plant project. They are targeting the delivery of the sludge press on Wednesday, which is a significant piece of equipment. And they are also targeting startup a lot of the equipment within the sludge press building in November. So just wanted to highlight that since that's a major component within the actual plant itself, but it's been a struggle so far to just get that equipment on site. So the fact that it is here is good news.
You know, I'm gonna chime in really quick, something too. I've been putting in my weekly notes a little bit, but I just want to put it out here too. So right now, the progress of the project is going well. The only kind of hiccup that IHC is dealing with is trying to get delivery of equipment from the different suppliers. I think that from my interactions with the engineers and IHC directly, that they have been doing a good job doing what they can to really push these suppliers and manufacturers to get the equipment to us. And so the sludge press in particular is something that has been waited on for a long time. So it's good news that it's getting here and can get installed in a timely manner. But just wanted to reiterate that to the board that things are progressing well. The only real hiccup right now is delay of equipment, which is not IHC's problem because they've ordered this stuff a long time ago and are pushing for it. So just wanted to put that out there too.
All right, thank you. Michael, do you have anything?
None, unless there's any questions from any of the board members.
All right, Flora?
I do not, thank you.
Okay. All right, Andy?
Yeah, all right. So the skate park. So last meeting, the village board passed the resolution to authorize the application for the OSLAD grant to the Illinois Department of Natural Resources. That was conditioned upon a couple of items. Those items were the removal of the fire pit, the addition of landscaping, researching the utilization of charcoal disposal bins, and then the addition of a second entrance to the parking lot. Within the board packet, there is an updated final draft concept That concept includes the second entrance to the parking lot, the removal of the fire pit, and then placement of landscaping near the pickleball fields. And so with that, I just wanted to provide a quick update to the board and see if there are any final questions as we look to finalize and submit this grant application. Okay.
Does anyone have any old or new business they'd like to discuss?
I was gonna ask if we're gonna do any kind of like pre-winter push about the obligation of mailboxes hanging out of the street. Like if that's gonna be in the newsletter. I
It's a
know-
good idea.
Yeah,
We'll
well,
do
the
that.
HOA is gonna, they put something out in their newsletter, but there are so many just hanging in the street and a plow could take out, 10 in one swipe.
Yeah, we'll do
If
that.
there's any
Good
way we can
idea.
get ahead of it.
Okay, if there's nothing else, can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Call the roll?
Trustee McCurdy.
Yes.
Trustee Feeny.
Yes.
Trustee Charno.
Yes.
Trustee Hague.
Yes.
Trustee Hall.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries.
Meeting adjourned at 7:21.